everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about some bags that I regret. My name is Jenny and we do handbags on this channel. We love doing hauls, comparisons, reviews, anything and everything related. We love talking about accessories, a little bit of fashion, and anything like that. So if you guys love content, you love learning about handbags, you love talking about handbags, then please consider subscribing. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please stop by and say hello. I love posting about things that make my heart sing. I love posting about bags I see, I love, bags I have, and things like that. And let's just hop right in. So now this bag I contemplating sharing because honestly, I have a real love for this bag. However, I'll tell you why it made it on the list of regrets. And that is my Prada Re-Edition 2000. Now, you guys know I love Prada. I love Prada nylon and I love the Re-Edition line in general. I was obsessed with lilac last year. Still love it, but I've moved on to green this year, as some of you may or may not know from following me or watching my videos. But I don't want to say I regret purchasing this bag, but I regret purchasing this from the boutique. I wish I would have gone the pre-love route. Now, what is crazy is that this bag retails for, and I can't even say it out loud, $13.50 right now at Prada. That is so crazy to me because when I picked this up, it was already, I believe, like $8.50, $9, somewhere around there, like $9.20, which I thought was a lot because when this bag first re-editioned, it was marked, I believe, around like $500 to $600. I want to say like $600. So when I purchased it, it was already a couple $100 more, which I thought was a lot, but I just loved the fact that they came out with this wisteria color. I still love the color. I still love the bag. I don't regret having a bag in my collection. I just wish I would have bought it pre-love. Now, I know a fashion file, it still can go for pretty high, but if you look in other sources, if you look at like Vestia Collective, or you looked at eBay or like consignment shops, obviously, you know, you have to do your due diligence to make sure it's authentic. You can get one for about $500, $550, sometimes even less. And I think that is the best price for a nylon bag. I still think like what I paid, a little under $1,000, is still, you know, it just depends like the cost per wear. Now, I love this bag. I do use this bag all the time. However, not as much as I thought I would, just because, you know, I love a good crossbody. And the good thing about this bag, it stays on the shoulders really well, doesn't fall off. And that's why I picked the 2000 with the thicker strap, so it would sit really well. The drop length isn't like the best for, you know, like a shoulder bag. So I usually carry it like this or just like this. Either way, like I still really, really love and enjoy the bag. So I don't regret it in that sense. I just wish I would have gone the pre-love route. Second bag is a bag that I've only featured, I think, like once or twice. And I got this a long time ago. Is this Gucci belt bag with the Doraemon collection. Because as a kid, I love Doraemon. You guys know I love visiting Japan. I just love like the animations on this. I loved when they did the collaboration. And I was like on this, I knew that a lot of the pieces were selling out really quickly. And they had like a camera bag, they had like a bunch of other bags, but I was really loving belt bags. I still love belt bags. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I love bum bags, belt bags, you know, anything that just sits across the chest. So I felt like this will be great. But the crazy thing is I actually haven't reached for this bag too often. And I think as much as I love the animation, it just doesn't match with anything. So even with this like green strap, it just, or green or red strap, it doesn't really match with much. So I've worn this like to amusement parks and things like that, but honestly not enough. I think if I were to do it again, I probably would have gotten like an SLG in this collection instead, just to have a piece of the collaboration. And then I would have saved like the handbag for something more classic and just gotten like the classic one instead, which I believe the classic one is a little bit less than this one. This was priced, I think, very fairly. I don't even remember when this collab came out, but I believe I got it for, don't quote me, but I want to say like under $1,000, like 900-ish. So we all know how much luxury items have increased since. So it's not a bad deal. So I guess in a sense, like I do have this piece in my collection. I don't regret it. I just wish I would have picked up like a wallet instead. I would have gotten way more use out of that than like an actual like bag, just because it doesn't match anything. But it still looks really pretty on the shelf. But you know, like my thing is like I want to wear the items I pick up, not just leave it there. But that is item number 2. Item number 3 is my Dior box bag. It is such a beautiful bag. And again, like, I don't want to say I regret it, but I guess if I look at this relative to what it cost, I wish I would have picked probably something else. I bought this when I was in Hawaii. I think it was the last trip I went to or something like that last year. And I just really wanted something in, well, I love the Montaigne line, so I wanted something in the Montaigne. I also wanted something in this like oblique print because I am obsessed with the oblique jacquard like material. I just think it looks so beautiful. And I still think this bag is beautiful. And I wear this when I want to dress up an outfit and just want to look and feel like on trend, you know? And I just think it's so cute. So to me, this is like a classic. I fell in love with the strap. It says Dior over here. It is like such a substantial leathered strap. Almost reminds me of like a belt. In fact, I like wonder if you can't wear it as a belt, but doesn't it like really look like a belt? I just think like with this and this little box bag, it honestly, even with what I'm wearing now, it just looks so good. It makes any outfit look better. So in that sense, like I love the bag and I do use the bag. I use it more for an accessory versus more functionality wise. So when I first went to Dior, I actually wanted to pick up the Montaigne 30 over here. I think that's what it is. It was a bigger version. But you know, like I'm not a huge fan of like things on my shoulder. I really wanted more of a crossbody. And when I put that bag on crossbody, I think the size was just a little bit too big. But I know that my friends were like, get that one instead, it's more functional. But the mini bag in me said, no, get the box bag. And no regrets. I think if you've given me the 2 choices, I would hands down still pick the same. I just love this shape, and definitely this size for a crossbody is just chef's kiss. It is so, so gorgeous. The only thing is like getting in and out of the bag is really not that bad. It's just the bag is truly really tiny, like really tiny. And because there is no, like it's a box, so there is no stretch to it. When you actually put things in, you really can't carry that much. So I'm okay with it, but it's just not like an everyday bag, you know what I mean? So I love this, like, I love the fact that this had a back pocket, but it's definitely not functional. I mean, you can probably slip in like a parking ticket or something like that, a receipt, but I mean, nothing more than that unless you want to really stretch the bag. And like I said, this pocket even takes up a lot of room. I'm all for this bag, but just relative to the price, it is pricey for a bag that really doesn't fit much more than your card wallet, keys, and the lippy. And that's, maybe you can squeeze in like a couple of smaller items, and that's pretty much it. And you know, you do have to take care of it because it's fabric. So if you get like a stain on it, it'll be very hard to take out. And this is a smooth leather. You want to make sure you don't scratch it, as well as the CD here. You want to make sure you don't scratch it. So yeah, it is like more of a like, you do have to be careful when you're using it. You don't have to say baby it, but yes, you do have to be careful. And I think I actually got a better price on this. So I bought this in Hawaii, I want to say around like 3,000-ish. So, which I know is very expensive because we all know, like I said, you're looking at luxury items. If you love luxury, you know that luxury is just pricey. But this one, I believe here retails around like 3,500 or so. I'll drop it here. I can't exactly remember the price. So I did save like 500 or so on it. So I would say get a pretty decent deal. However, like for that amount of money, I probably should have gotten like something else that I think I could use more for every day, because I definitely am looking at it from a cost per wear standpoint. But I do think this bag is beautiful, and I will never sell this bag because I just think it's so pretty, and it will always be a classic Dior piece. And also Dior just doesn't hold up their value very well, especially for this kind of stuff. So I will always have this in my collection. Okay, bag number 4 is my Louis Vuitton Plus in the MM. Yeah, I think it's the MM size over here. It's in my like stored up on one of my shelves. I was too lazy to get it down, but I've done other videos on it. If you guys are interested, I'll drop it below. But yeah, this bag I picked up, I think a while ago when the Plus first came out. I saw on Holly Anna Ree's channel. This is like so long ago. And I just back then I loved more like medium, bigger size bags. So I love the fact that it had 2 magnetic pockets on the side that were like micro suede lined. It fit all my stuff. It was so cute. And I actually got a lot of good use out of that bag, but the strap only fits, it's like too long, but not long enough. So it fits on my shoulder, but doesn't fit as a crossbody, but yet the drop is just a little odd. And I don't know if I would do it differently because I love the vachetta look to it, but the handles are all vachetta. So every time I held it, I was really careful and I had to like either put like a twilly around it, or I made sure I wouldn't have lotion on my hands or anything like that, because obviously back then I didn't know as much about handbags as I do now. I didn't spray it. I didn't like condition or do any of that, right? So I mean, luckily it still looks amazing. I've taken really good care of it. I don't know, like I contemplate all the time if I should sell that bag or not. I did feature in one of my lives, but I think I just got a lot of like, I don't know, it just never, I got offers for it, but it wasn't anything that I felt like was worth giving up. So it's just sitting on my shelf right now. So I'm hoping that one day I'll fall back in love with it. Again, like the bag is beautiful. I think if I were to do it all over again, I would have gotten the BB size, because that actually comes with a crossbody that sits like as a crossbody, and the BB size will still fit a good amount, but not as like big. So I love the functionality of the bag. I just don't know if I would purchase it again, given the chance. Okay. Last on my list is not a bag, but it is a Dior piece, and it is this Dior strap. Now, how many of you guys own this strap right here? We know, I can't even say the price out loud because I'm not gonna say, I'll just drop it here. This strap is ridiculously expensive, and I don't know why it costs this much, and I don't know what I was thinking, but when I bought the saddle, I wanted it to be a crossbody, and just say like Instagram, social media got me, because I saw everyone wearing it with this strap. And honestly, it's gorgeous. I still think it's gorgeous. I just don't know. Like I looked at the price from a whole. So I didn't look at the individual, like this costs X amount, the saddle costs X amount. I was looking at it as, okay, the entire bag with the strap costs X. So I was like, okay, it's an investment, but I know I'm gonna wear it. It was something I bought for myself for my birthday. I loved it, so I bought it as a set. But now the Dior came out with a saddle bag that is, you know, with a thin strap, which honestly, the strap is so much cuter. However, the price is so much better, right? So now that whole set retails for about $4,200. When I bought this, I mean, it was way more than that. So if I would have just waited, I probably would have just opted for that instead. So I had a lot of hopes and dreams for this strap, because I was like, well, you know what? I can use this on my other Dior bags. So when I bought my box bag, my thought process was I could wear this with this. But then when I actually put it on, I'm like, oh, it doesn't really match. You guys seen my Dior oblique pouch unboxing review? I'll drop it below. But I bought that one specifically to use for the strap, because I wanted to give this strap more love, because I felt like I wasn't grabbing it as often as I should. So I bought that, but then because the bag is small and I'm 5'5", 5'6", it sits really high and it just looks really awkward. The bag was like right here. Whereas like if you get a bag like a saddle, because it's a little bit longer, bigger, it sits like perfectly on the hip, which is what I originally would hope for and like. So therefore, like it just didn't work out as I had planned. But I still love the strap. I'm still gonna keep the strap, because I think like when I wear it with my saddle, it's so cute. I just don't wear it all the time with my saddle, because this does create some wear and tear when you wear it too much against the brass hardware. Therefore, like I wear it on occasions, but I also wear the saddlebag as a shoulder bag, which also looks really good. So that is my little story with my Dior strap. But either way, like I don't want to say like I truly regret all of these purchases because I still have so much love for these bags and I still use them. I just wish I would have like thought about it or waited or maybe planned out it a little bit differently. So that's just my thoughts. But I would love to hear if anybody out there wants to make a video on bags they regret. Can you tag me? I want to see, I love seeing what people regret. I love seeing people's best purchases because it really helps me plan out like, you know, like, should I buy that bag in the future? Should I buy that bag now? So I'm having a lot of those moments right now. So if you guys like this kind of video, let me know in the comments below and please consider giving me a thumbs up. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.